Fidel V. Ramos is born on March 18, 1928. He is the 12th President of the Philippines. He is also the only Filipino officer to have held every rank in the Philippine military, from second lieutenant to commander-in-chief. Ramos is remembered steadfastly promoting the principles of people empowerment and global competitiveness. Fidel V. Ramos believes that science and technology was one of the means wherein the Philippines could attain the status of new industrialized country. During his term, he was able to establish programs that were significant in the field of science and technology. The Science and Technology Agenda for National Development, STAND, Act of 1993, spells out the areas which will be the focus on scientific and technological efforts for Ramos' administration for years 1993 to 1998. During his term, he signed the Magna Carta for Science and Technology Personnel, or the Republic Act No. 8439, into law on December 22, 1997. It is also known as the Magna Carta for scientists, engineers, researchers, and other science and technology personnel in the government. This is an act that expands state support for Filipino science workers and empower their efforts towards the country's development. During Ramos' term, he also established the Science and Technology Scholarship Law of 1994, or the Republic Act No. 7687. It is an act also known as the Science and Technology Scholarship Act of 1994. This is to provide scholarships to talented and deserving students whose families' annual gross income do not exceed the poverty threshold limit, given that the scholar must pursue a course in the field of science, mathematics, and engineering to a Bachelor of Science degree. These fields are seen to be essential for the national development and progress.
Inventor and Inventions Incentives Acts, Republic Act No. 7459, an act providing incentives to Filipino inventors and expanding the functions of the Technology Application and Promotion Institute, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Inventor and Inventions Incentive Acts, officially known as Republic Act No. 7459, is an extended function of the Technology Application and Promotion Institute, or TAPI, and is merely one of the Institute's 20 or so programs. The Inventor and Inventions Incentives Acts is the country's most important statute, recognizing our inventors and researchers' tremendous contributions. Through technical and administrative aid from TAPI and other government organizations, as well as financial support, the law promotes and supports the welfare of the country's critical mass of scientific personnel and human resources. These incentives may encourage inventors to continue their research and produce something beneficial to the country. Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines, or the Republic Act No. 8293. For the periods specified in this act, it shall defend and secure the exclusive rights of scientists, inventors, artists, and other gifted individuals to their intellectual property and achievements, particularly when beneficial to the people. The application of intellectual property serves a societal purpose. The term intellectual property rights consists of copyrights and related rights, trademarks and service marks, geographic indications, industrial designs, patents, layout designs, or topographies of integrated circuits, and protection of undisclosed information. In 1992, Ramos asked the Congress to make a law that will establish a reliable Department of the Energy. He was immediately granted emergency power to resolve the energy crisis. The Department of Energy Act of 1992 is a law that would create an energy department that would plan and manage the Philippines' energy demands. Ramos issued licenses to independent power producers, or IPP, to to construct power plants within 24 months. The Department of Energy, or the Kagawaran ng Enerhiya abbreviated as DOE, is the Philippine government's executive department in charge of the preparing, integrating, manipulating, organizing, coordinating, supervising, and controlling all government plans, programs, projects, and activities related to energy exploration, development, utilization, distribution, and conservation.
During his legacy, he highly acknowledged the Balik Scientist Program, or the BSP. It is also known as Executive Order Number 130, instituting the Balik Scientist Program under the Department of Science and Technology. Whereas utilizing the expertise of expatriate Filipino scientists and technologists is a vital component of the government's industrialization efforts. Whereas it is the policy of the government to encourage Filipino science and technology experts from abroad to return to the Philippines and share their expertise for the purpose of accelerating the industrial development of the country. And another great contribution during the time of Fidel V. Ramos is the Clean Air Campaign, or the Comprehensive Anti-Smoke Belching Program. It is also known as the Executive Order Number 446 of 1997. The program covers the full implementation of the Clean Air Act. The objective of this program is to achieve and maintain air quality that meets the National Air Quality Guidelines for criteria pollutants throughout the Philippines, while minimizing the possible associated negative impacts on the country's economy. Another contribution of Fidel V. Ramos in the field of science and technology is the Philippine Mining Act, or also known as the Republic Act Number 7942. It is an act instituting a new system of mineral resources exploration, development, utilization, and conservation. The Declaration of Policy states that all mineral resources in the public and private lands within the territory and exclusive economic zone of the Republic of the Philippines are owned by the state. It shall be the responsibility of the state to promote their rational exploration, development, utilization, and conservation through the combined efforts of the government and the private sector in order to enhance national growth.
Turtle Islands was declared as Turtle Islands Heritage Protected Area through a Memorandum of Agreement between the Republic of the Philippines and the Government of Malaysia on 31st of May 1996. It was proclaimed as Wildlife Sanctuary under Proclamation Number 171 on 26th of August 1999 and identified as extremely high for biodiversity conservation. On the 24th of February 1993, President Fidel V. Ramos signed Executive Order Number 59, prescribing the policy guidelines for compulsory interconnection of authorized public telecommunication carriers in order to create a universally accessible and fully integrated nationwide telecommunications network and thereby encourage greater private sector investment in telecommunications. As the title of the executive order suggests, this was meant to encourage interconnection among telecom carriers. The second executive order signed by President Ramos in the same year was Executive Order 109, or Policy to Improve the Provision of Local Exchange Carrier Service. The main objective of this executive order is to improve the provision of telecommunication service in unserved and underserved areas in the country. On 1st of March 1995, President Ramos signed Republic Act 7925, or the Public Telecommunications Policy Act of the Philippines. This law aims to open the sector to more private players and improve the provision of more telecom services at fair and reasonable rates. It also prohibits a telecom company from engaging in both telecommunications and broadcasting. Ramos administration took such measures in protecting the environment. The administration promoted an ecologically sound environment and reduced land, sea, and air pollution through the implementation of various programs, adoption of innovative schemes, and the streamlining of environmental protection system. The administration focused on the resources on the implementation of programs and projects that directly addresses the causes of pollution in collaboration with the local government units and the private sectors. The following implementations are: implemented waste disposal projects, intensified clean air campaign, rehabilitated and protected major bodies of water, implemented clean and green program, strengthened environmental impact statement system, closed down establishments violating pollution control laws, developed the Smoky Mountain, and lastly, adopted new concepts and measures to protect the environment. Ramos administration took such measures in protecting the environment. The administration promoted an ecologically sound environment and reduced land, sea, and air pollution through the implementation of various programs, adoption of innovative schemes, and the streamlining of environmental protection system. The administration focused on the resources on the implementation of programs and projects that directly addresses the causes of pollution in collaboration with the local government units and the private sectors. The following implementations are: implemented waste disposal projects, intensified clean air campaign, rehabilitated and protected major bodies of water, implemented clean and green program, strengthened environmental impact statement system, closed down establishments violating pollution control laws, developed the Smoky Mountain, and lastly, adopted new concepts and measures to protect the environment.